Today we're going to be drafting until I get a generational player, but there is a twist. Last year I made a video called Drafting Until I Draft a Generational Player. It was great success, everybody loved. However, this year there are actually settings where you can change the draft class strength by position. So what I've gone and done here is upgraded every single position to very strong. So not only are we drafting until we get a generational player, we're going to be seeing a lot of generational players, and we're essentially drafting until we get a super generational player. So not just an 83 or an 84 or maybe even an 85 overall. We're going for like 86, 87, 88, pushing the limits of what is possible within these draft class generators. So let's go ahead, get right into it, and draft some absolute monsters. 2025 NFL draft. If you're doing this, by the way, it does take a season if you forget to change the draft class strength prior to week 1. So I will say that. You got to go ahead and load it in prior to that first week. But let's go ahead and see the talent in this draft, see if we can identify who the absolute studs are. But there are going to be a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of very, very good players, a lot of superstar X factors, believe it or not. And we have a speed rusher with A zone coverage. This is the type of things that you get when you have very strong for each position and in any of these positions. Have you ever seen a pass rusher in the draft in Madden with A zone coverage? I've never seen it. He's got elite speed. He ran in the 4.5s, elite jumping, elite acceleration. Now his block shed's not amazing, but he surely is going to be unbelievable with A zone coverage, A finesse moves, A pursuit. It's looking like the Lawrence Taylor build. I know I wouldn't say he was A zone coverage, right? But, you know, that kind of hybrid player that can do everything. Are they going to say this is Micah Parsons nowadays? So you have the 31st pick in this year's draft. I'm not going to be doing any rebuilding, so hopefully the team just gets really bad so we get number 1 overall every year. But yeah, it's a lot about seeing these amazing players and then also, of course, trying to draft them when we can. Let's go ahead and draft a 6'4" corner, D'Angelo Chapman from OU. B-man, B-zone, good enough athlete. This is not going to be a generational player by any means, but we have the 31st pick in the draft. It's going to be tougher to get those guys super down the board. And we're going to focus more on next year's draft class. But I think that guy at the top, I'm very interested to see what his ratings look like. Just the combination of A zone coverage, A finesse moves, I've never seen it. So he was a 76, not especially bad in there at all. But let's see. Ezekiel Johnson from Wisconsin. That's a fun rhyme. Is not even the highest rated player in the class, by the way. We'll check Amir Sutton in a minute. But Ezekiel Johnson is an 83 overall. I'm sure superstar development. As I've said, I've just never seen that combination before. 91 speed, 97 acceleration, 85 finesse moves, and then 60 plus zone coverage, I guess is an A. Yeah, he's unbelievable. 79 hit power. Just quite simply one of the most unique and best players I've ever seen in the draft, obviously. And we're going to see a lot of freaks in this video today. I was messing around with it earlier. Obviously, he's superstar X Factor. A lot of these guys are going to be. Just like 84 overall receiver Amir Sutton. Now, usually the generational receivers are all like 6'3 plus. I want to see some like generational smaller guys sometimes that are just really amazing route runners. I want to see like the Antonio Brown build. We've seen this in previous Maddens, Madden 23, right? Where they're just fast and can jump. 99 jump is pretty common for the generational receivers. He's obviously very good, but pound for pound, I think I would probably prefer the outside linebacker. He's a beast, don't get me wrong, but you see this a lot more. The outside linebacker is just way cooler, to me at least. 82 overall left guard and Quincy Claiborne as well. He looks very good. And I think what I'll do is once we find like a super juiced generational player and it's pretty much time to end the video, I'll probably do a video following up and following their career just like how I did last year. So if that interests you, make sure you're subscribed, go down there and make sure we're so close to 500K. It would be so awesome to hit that number. And yeah, I know you guys are going to like the video, so quit playing hard to get. Just hit the follow button or subscribe, whatever it is. And we were picking at number 1 overall. Exactly where we want to be. That is in the driver's seat for drafting these generational players. Let's see what's available. Let's see if we can identify these guys fairly quickly. And a lot of the time, they're going to be pushed up to the top of the draft. It's just how that's going to work. And we got a couple good quarterbacks. 6'4" scrambler archetype is interesting. Do you have 99 speed? Yeah. He's gonna. Elite acceleration, agility, change of direction, speed, and throw power. This is one of those free quarterback builds. It's going to have, 95 plus speed, 95 plus throw power. We know he's accurate. A lot of receivers at the top here as well. Like, a lot of receivers. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, this quarterback's a freak. Welcome to San Francisco, Cam Gore. He's going to look insane. 96 throw power, 98 speed. 97 change of direction, 94 acceleration, and agility. Yeah, he's going to be good. And the accuracy is already really solid as well. A break sack, A throw in the run, A throw under pressure are nice bonuses. But B deep accuracy and then A for medium and short. He might be low to mid 80s. I was going to say like 85. But the quarterback overalls are scaled a little bit differently, so it's tougher for them to be rated really highly. But that's one of the best quarterbacks you can possibly draft. He is unbelievable. And bringing a Gore back to San Francisco. Now, I'm not sure that he and Franco are related. I took a look at him. Don't know if I see the resemblance. So obviously, this is a generational player. It's going to be. But the video is not over. We're going to find more and more. Season 82 overall, which obviously is amazing. But quarterbacks scaled a bit differently. It's very tough to get a QB rated any higher than this. I think I have seen them in the past, but it's not easy. 88 short accuracy, by the way. 96 throw power, 90 throw on the run. Unbelievable. Let's see if he's the highest overall player in the class, though. Nope, it's an 85 overall left guard. Certainly the highest overall guard I've ever seen in Madden. Well, at least in the past, iterations of the game or franchise is the way that it is. The rating scale used to be different. Maybe you could do it in Madden 15 or whatever, but it was very, very different. Very different game. 99 strength, 96 impact blocking. Obviously quite a good athlete, but 83 run block, 85 pass block power. He's not a finesse guy. He'll just go right through you. But that's your hint that drafting a guard could be worth it in the first round. Also, super juice draft classes. There are high 70s and 80s all around this guy, but the Bears got Marcus Kinney, a 65 overall corner. His highest coverage grade is a 69. Nice. And he's only got 87 speed. He can't tackle. Wow. Major bust for the Bears. And there was a better corner taken right after him. 83 overall, Keontae Wilson. I would say a little bit better. 97 speed, 84 man coverage, zone and press are not terrible. Acceleration's actually a bit lower than you'd expect. But yeah, he's obviously a beast as well. 83 overall running back. Not going to check out everyone because we're going to see higher rated running backs later. I pretty much guarantee it. Todd Clement also looks really good. Next draft is up. We're picking at number 3. Don't like that. Probably just let the Steelers draft in front of us. A couple of good quarterbacks as we're used to. I bet this receiver is going to be pretty good. Now, I keep seeing the 6'9" receiver archetype getting tweeted out to me. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you can check it out at Bengal YouTube. But I have not seen one of those guys yet. And that doesn't mean they haven't been in classes. I don't know how rare it is. But I just haven't seen them. I haven't really gone through and just, oh, is this guy 6'8" or 6'9"? Haven't done that yet. Although we have a defensive end with A finesse moves, A power moves. Those guys are always really sick. Elite athleticism pretty much all across the board. He's going to be good. Now, is he going to be a super generational freak? This year, I have seen guys that have A finesse moves and A power moves that are not an 80 overall. Usually you'd think it's guaranteed pretty much, but not necessarily the case. I've seen high 70s, like 78. I think in one of the rebuilds we had one of those guys. It was like a 70, it was a 78 in the Texans rebuild maybe. So J.R. McDonald from Oregon State looks definitely very good. The question is he generational? I want to see some high 80s. I don't know if it's possible to get like 87, 88. I've seen an 87 overall running back in Madden 23, maybe even an 88. Maybe an 88, but I've definitely never seen an 89. Again, we're trying to push the limits of what's possible. We're going to find out today. We're going to do quite a few of these. Yep, 79 overall for J.R. McDonald. Definitely very good. Now, there's a player drafted just below him that's even higher. 81 hybrid end run support, 6'2", 222 pounds. Craig Barkley has 95 speed, 96 hit power. This was not really something you could do last year. They really capped it, but 75 zone coverage, 78 man, 92 acceleration. This is your prototypical box safety. That's the exact guy you want. And this draft was actually a little bit disappointing. Bunch of 80 overall players, but nothing especially interesting. Good depth, but not the super elite top talent. And you still have to get a little bit lucky for that, even with the draft class strength turned all the way up. Stop giving me the third pick. I want number 1. I want free reign to just draft the best player no matter what. And again, we have the same type of build from a defensive end. Although this one has B block shed. The others have been in that C range. What is the athleticism looking like? Elite. Okay. Nick Jordan is going to be very good. Again, I don't know if he's going to be like 85. So like an A can be 78 for finesse moves, for example, but it can also be like an 88. It just depends on how juiced that rating gets. It doesn't mean it's always within that same range, right? Like, I think if you get the generational, like, factor into the attribute, which if that doesn't make sense, they have generators that kind of randomly generate, and this year it can go all the way up to a 99 overall, and that's what's really going to raise some of these player overalls. So, again, A finesse moves, A power moves. Looks a lot like the guy we drafted last year who was a 79 overall. But this one, if we get lucky enough, could just be an 85 overall. It's just kind of how that works. And I like our chances a bit better. His strength is a 90, 86 speed, 89 acceleration at 6'4", 270. Nick Jordan, at least on the surface, looks better than the guy we drafted last year who was already sick. He's also a 79. 78 overall cornerback, by the way, in the 4th. I want to get one of these like 85 plus players, but I'm not going to go through and scout every guard. Again, bunch of 81 overalls, but nothing amazing in this class. And that's obviously not to say that an 81 overall in the draft isn't amazing. It's just within the context of what we're actually doing, where the draft class strength is turned up to very strong for all of these. Yeah, an 81 overall in your regular franchise would be incredible. But here, not so much. We're looking for 84 plus minimum. You know what the problem is? We drafted a generational quarterback, and he's dragging our team to a couple wins, which is unfortunate for our draft position. And hopefully we don't re-sign him. Although, this draft class already just seems absolutely juiced. Just look at all the A's. Alex Cortez is straight A's. Dakota Levine might be straight A's. There was a player that just got drafted, the sick corner, I just think, went at number 1 overall. Looked like he was going to be all A's. Yeah, so it's going to be tough to go wrong in this class. Alex Cortez, are you a good athlete? Decent enough. But he's going to be a pure, unbelievable pocket passer, I would bet. What about Dakota Levine? Is 23, but is unbelievable. So we've talked about this before. He ran 4.31, obviously blazing speed, don't get me wrong. But he's, 3rd at the combine, 7th at his pro day. But what matters more is the elite speed grade in the bottom left. That's the highest you can have. So maybe the lower overall is factoring into that he's 6'3", 220. But he's going to be unbelievable. And he's probably going to have 97 plus speed easily. Now, we can't draft him. He just got drafted in front of us. Or actually, no, he didn't. Why was his draft player thing gray? All right. Welcome to the team. We'll see what his speed is now. 97 speed, 99 jumping, 94 acceleration, agility and change of direction in the high 80s. Again, we've talked about this build quite a bit. He's a little bit different in the fact that he's not like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Has A, short route running, which is really interesting. Medium's only B to D, but probably B. And deep route running's A to C. And I would say, I don't know if it's going to be that great based on his physical archetype, but he's going to be so good that, you know, some of these generational type players can kind of destroy the mold for what a different position type is. So like physically you think, okay, maybe he's good short, high catch and traffic, high spectacular catch. But the guys who are great at everything, he might have really good deep route running. And he already has incredible speed, which you typically wouldn't associate with the physical receiver archetype. So, I don't know. He should be pretty amazing regardless is what I'm trying to say. And Dakota Levine is an 85 overall. Yes, he's 23 years old. He's so old, probably shouldn't have even drafted him. No, he is unreal. 97 speed. 94 acceleration, 88 catching, 89 catching traffic. The route running's all very solid. Like, medium was B to D, but it's a 79. Short route running was an A, but it's an 81. Interesting. So it definitely was B, medium route running. Deep route running, 77, so that's probably a B. And then amazing spectacular catch, agility, change of direction. Yeah, he's unreal. I would be surprised if he isn't the highest overall player in the class. Like, floored, shocked beyond belief. But there is a chance, and obviously he's going to have Superstar X Factor as well. It's almost, like, not even worth checking, as there was an 84 overall corner, and also left guard, right guard, center, all 82 overall. But I think this is at least tied for the highest overall corner we've seen in the draft in this video. Out of Buffalo. They're always out of Buffalo. I've seen so many sick corners out of Buffalo. Last year in my main Giants franchise with, I think his name was Daniel Brinkley, who the Commanders drafted, was also quite good. And I've seen a couple this year out of Buffalo. I don't know what UB does, but they're pumping out unreal corners. And in real life, they've produced like one quality NFL player recently. Maybe ever, Khalil Mack. Am I forgetting anybody? Not really. There was a running back that was okay out of Buffalo, but I don't even know if he's still in the league. For the Commanders, funnily enough. 85 man, 89 press is unreal. I don't think I've seen press that high before. Yeah, he's obviously sick. Back at number 1. I think the quarterback's contract expired, right? Pretty sure. Here we are in 2030. And it's the same type of build. However, the big difference is that this player is a defensive tackle, not a defensive end. Rick Anderson, that's like a real strong early 90s type name for a defensive lineman. B block shed, A finesse moves, power moves, and tackle. Physically, he's going to be a freak. Elite speed, ran in the 4.6s, 4.61 at his pro day. Solid strength, but do you even care that it's just average when he's elite acceleration, agility, change of direction, and speed, and obviously incredible skills? A play rec, finesse moves, power moves, tackle, block shedding's at least good. Yeah, Rick Anderson, welcome to the team. Obvious generational type player here. 86 strength, 81 speed. Higher would have been cooler. 87 acceleration, though. And these are some of the highest ratings you could possibly get for an interior defensive lineman. It's at 6'2", 301. He should be pretty good. I don't know about 85 overall like the receiver. I don't know if some of these positions can get that high. I think receiver and especially running back. Running back's the big one where if we want an 87, 88 overall player, historically it's going to be a running back, and I think that's going to remain true. If we see a corner or an outside linebacker or any other position rated as highly as that, I would be shocked. And Rick Anderson is a 79, which is, again, amazing, but not super generational the way we're looking for. Very good, probable superstar X Factor, 82 power moves, 80 finesse moves, 81 speed. Like, he's a beast. 79 speed rusher, 79 power rusher. I think he was 77 for run stopper. Superstar X Factor. He's a sick player. We just are looking for a little bit better. I don't want to be like, wow, he's amazing. I want to be like, I've never seen someone this good in the draft ever. as there were 2 81 overall strong safeties, 81 overall running back. Just not super juiced. Another defensive tackle that looks really similar. Tyrone Johnson immediately stands out. Hopefully he doesn't get drafted in front of me here. B block shed, A pursuit. 6'3", 236. Looks a lot like the outside linebacker we saw earlier, I think in the first draft class. Elite speed, elite acceleration. I'm sure he's going to have A finesse moves, but B power moves as well. A pursuit. Tyrone Johnson could definitely be the best player in the class. Wouldn't shock me if he was, you know, low 80s and he gets drafted, but thankfully we were able to take a look at him first. I think James Allen is just going to be solid. Elite speed, and he ran, these menus would want to go. So slow this year. Physically, I'm trying to get to it. Ran 4.46 at his pro day, which I don't know how much you can weigh that. It's just going to be elite speed either way for the position. Skill-wise, A finesse moves, B tackling. He's going to be solid. Play rec's going to bring down his overall. Hit power's not anything crazy. He's going to be good. I just don't think he's going to be, like, unbelievable. We'll see. And as I said, he's a 75. We could have done better. Just wanted to show you guys what, like, a pretty good player looks like, but not spectacular. You can just kind of tell immediately pretty often. 83 overall corner and wide receiver and halfback. The outside linebackers, low 80s, kind of like how we thought. The defensive tackle is an 82, which is a bit of an upgrade to this 79 overall we drafted last year, right? And you can see just the power moves are higher at an 88. That's certainly factoring, and hit power is pretty good. So there is a strong arm quarterback here. With how good the draft classes are, you'd expect close to 99 throw power. The accuracy is amazing. Yeah, elite throw power. Doesn't mean 99, but it sure could be. Throw on the run's not so great, but his accuracy is amazing. We're not going to draft him. We've drafted insane-looking quarterbacks before, even in this video. What I haven't drafted is a 6'7", 316-pound tackle with A impact block, A pass block, A run block, elite strength, elite agility, and change of direction. David Rayford is going to be a tackle worth drafting, which historically I wouldn't do. 92 strength isn't amazing. Does have hidden dev though, which is nice. Speed's just okay. Acceleration's pretty good. I'd love to see like an 83, 84 overall tackle. He's an 81, and there's an 84 center in the third. Let's look at the tackle first, because we see so few in the 80s. We really see like, you know, mid 70s, whatever. 85 pass block, 88 pass block power, 87 impact block. Really good. And 98 injury. You like that for the offensive lineman. Keep him in there as often as possible. But we've revamped our entire offensive line here in this draft class because we have an 84 overall center. He's probably the highest rated player in the class. 84 agile type, 81 pass protector. What is really boosting his overall here? So 91 strength, 80 run block, 83 pass block, 84 run block finesse, 86 pass block finesse, 91 lead block, 88 impact blocking, but especially 88 awareness. Really, really high. So I wouldn't say that he like is amazing or anything, right? But he's just like a bit of a cut above. He's got a head start because of that awareness rating and things like that. But he's not like super strong or super fast. He's just really solid. And yeah, he was the highest overall player in the entire class. Definitely not blown away from an initial look at this class. Like, there are some good players, of course. But I think the best one that I can see is the type of guy we've seen before already. Darryl Ford, 6'5", 274. A finesse moves, A power moves, A tackle. Physically, unreal. Very, very good. We've seen this type of player before, but yeah, he's probably going to be like 78, 79, 80. 87 strength, 86 speed, 91 acceleration's a really nice start, though. Yep, 79 overall. Not really even going to bother looking at him. Definitely very good, but not super elite, and nobody in this class really was. 82 overall free safety in Dom Gregory, which feels like a name I've seen before. He's playing up to 98 speed, doesn't actually have 98 speed. Yeah, good. 84 zone coverage, really good, obviously, but not quite what we're looking for. Now, a speed rusher with A power moves is interesting to me. The fun thing is that he's a speed rusher at 6'6", 276. Nothing elite about him athletically, but all very good. I'm at least intrigued. We're going to see what this is all about. 85 strength, 85 speed, 86 acceleration. 78 overall. 80 overall receiver as well for us in round 2. And 83 overall center. Seeing that. I mean, this is a really good class to need defensive line help in. And yet there's an A man coverage, A tackle, strong safety. I'm sure about an 81 or 82 overall, kind of like how we've seen. Elite speed, though, is a little bit different. I haven't seen this. Maybe we did with one of them. There are really good defensive ends and defensive tackles in this class. We're going to go Jimmy Glover. The amazing speed intrigues me a lot. It's only 95, which is still amazing, but you run in the 4.2s. I want 98. I want 99. He's clearly a freak. But yeah, probably 81, 82 overall. Yep, 82 overall. We've just seen this type of player now in the draft quite a bit. And the speed's amazing. 80 man coverage, 91 hit power. Definitely really cool. Like, you love drafting this player, but it's not like that unique of a build as we're seeing. Running in the 4.2s is crazy. I just wish he had actually more speed. And there was an 85 overall player in the class. There were 2 of them. And an 84 overall left guard, but this is the highest overall defensive tackle we've seen. Jimmy Simmons, 6'5", 290. As I said, sick class on the defensive line. 81 speed, 87 finesse moves is boosting him up quite a bit. 88 hit power, agility and pursuit are nearly the same, which is kind of crazy for a defensive tackle. 79 play rec, 83 awareness. Block shedding's only a 74. Power moves only a 74, which you don't really care about because 87 finesse moves is so insane. But yeah, Jimmy Simmons is amazing. It's just tough to know that player is going to be an 85 overall. It is. And then an 85 or 85 overall running back. TJ Lockhart from LSU. 5'8", 197. Probably electric speed. 96. 93 acceleration. 95 agility. 90 carrying. Only 91 juke move. And I say only because usually the super juice running backs, like, they're super high overall because they have 99. It got jumped up to 99, but only 91 here. 90 change direction. Yeah, definitely a very, very good player. He's an 85 overall out of the draft, obviously. The Ream. We got Darrell Overeem. Not to be confused with Alistair. Pretty sick UFC card tonight, and I'm uploading this on Saturday, so it's going to be out. Oh, he's slow. He's so slow. He's got elite strength, elite jumping. How much does this guy weigh? Are you begging me to turn him into a tight end? 226. You're light. You're light for it. I don't know. Very strong. Very slow. Route running is going to be amazing. We're going to draft him, but he's so slow. I'm intrigued, though. 89 speed is not awful. 79 strength. Very good. 92 change direction's crazy. It's like, it almost makes me think they want me to make him a tight end. But at the same time, he's a little light for the position. Like, your best comparison there is Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts is not 220. Kyle Pitts is like 250. 246. So he's, and what was this guy, about 226? But the route running and catching seems to be amazing enough that it wouldn't shock me if this guy is a super high overall. Although speed and acceleration, those are overall boosters, and he doesn't have that. He's still an 80, which is obviously very good. I'll say that again. 6'4", 226. Pitts is 6'6". His short route running is usually an 84, which is very good. Route running across the board is really nice. What is his run blocking? 60. That's not awful. It's probably amazing for a receiver, by the way. I'm just thinking about it compared to a tight end. That's kind of what Kyle Pitts has in real life. I know that because of Falcons franchise, obviously. What is your overall at tight end? 83. Interesting. Interesting. So, an 80 overall receiver that we convert to tight end. I know he's a little light, But the run blocking and impact blocking are not so bad. Pass blocking's bad, but you probably wouldn't use him in that role. Run block, finesse, and power are very low, but I'm not sure if that's unusual for a receiver or tight end. Lead blocking's real bad. That's an interesting player. That's all I'll say. You could do a lot of different things there, but I don't know. And this, okay. We got some interesting things to go over. An 84 overall receiver, Keyshawn Thierry from Oklahoma, we'll take a look at. It's a type we've seen before. 6'6", 225, 92 speed, 98 acceleration. Catching in traffic are amazing. Spectacular catch is amazing. Release is amazing. Route running's very good. And of course, 99 jumping is what we most often see get boosted to 99 on these guys. And then Kerry Clay from Washington is an 84 overall. Very interesting build. Only 6'1", 258 pounds though at left end. 88 speed, 87 finesse moves, 94 acceleration. Tackling's pretty good. Block shedding's not bad. Power moves is okay. Agility's amazing. Very interesting player. And the build is so interesting. 6'1", 258. Unusual. Kind of feels like a bit of a Dwight Freeney type build there, if I had to say. What is Dwight Freeney? Probably about 6 foot, 6'1", 270. 6'1", 268. So not terribly far. I think that might have been the Dwight Freeney build. I bet that's who they based that build off of. Couple of tackles inside the top 5 in this draft class. Although, I think we're going to go ahead and take a shot at a corner. I don't think we've drafted a corner in this video yet. A man coverage, A press, A zone coverage, elite speed. Love to see that. Elite acceleration. And he is now a 49er. F injury, though. Something I've seen a lot more this year is really, really good players. And I went through a lot of these drafts before I even started the video yesterday. And I saw a lot of generational players with like 40 to 50 injury grade. So you might find a lot of really talented players that if you're actually playing the games, these guys are not going to be able to stay on the field. And he is an 83 overall. Cam Quinton from Syracuse. 83 man, 82 zone, 79 press, 88 agility. His injury is a 45. Yeah. So I think that's interesting. I think that's like a fun twist where it's like, obviously it would suck, but it feels more real because that happens. Unfortunately, that happens all the time. And there was an 85 overall running back, an 84 overall tackle who I thought about drafting. It was going to be one of these guys, or I ended up seeing the corner and we went that way. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. The running back that gets boosted in 99 juke move, and then they kind of get like the artificial ratings boost. He's definitely very good, carrying and agility very high already, but 99 juke move is inflating that overall a lot. Ooh, look at this defensive tackle. Now, he's outside of the top 10, which gives me a little bit of pause, but B block shedding and A everything else. Physically, elite speed, great strength. Brian Sutton, we're bringing this little meatball head to our team. Welcome to San Francisco. Normal development. I had pause for a reason. He's going to be really high rated. Is the league just out of superstar X factors that can be in? Normal dev. He's going to be like a 78 overall minimum. He's a 79 overall with normal development. I'm going to turn on dev trait regression if I don't have it on already. Decent class, I guess. Ramon Pointer looks like he could be the next great defensive tackle prospect. Gonna draft him. And I think I'm probably just gonna bang a lot of these out, and I'll see you guys back when we draft somebody really, really good. He's an 80. Arian Rab. Interesting. Also an 80. And this is the highest overall player we've seen so far. Roman Brown, an 86 overall running back. He's got 94 speed, of course, 99 juke move. Pretty good. I think this is the highest overall free safety we've seen. 83 overall, probably just very similar to the others. Very high zone coverage. It's an 86 playing up to an 89. Not bad. Okay, an 84 overall quarterback. Another 84 overall and running back, Clarence Cooks. We got MLB Hall of Famer Gary Carter, played catcher for the Expos and Mets, maybe others. 92 throw power, 87 deep accuracy. Short accuracy is terrible. His throw under pressure is amazing. 88 throw on the run, 88 break sack. What an interesting build. 85 speed, 91 acceleration, 89 change of direction. 73 short accuracy. Wow, this is one of the weirder ones I've probably ever seen, and he might be the highest overall quarterback I've seen in Madden 24. However, the #1 player in this class was receiver Quincy Jones. 6'6", 227. I'm sure he's going to have 99 jumping, but 99 spectacular catch as well. Crazy speed, acceleration, catching, everything's nuts. And I think I'll do one more. We found some really good players. I was hoping to see 87, 88, 89 maybe. Not even sure it goes that high anymore. As I'm editing this video, I'm actually going through and checking out some other guys. 85 overall for Garrison Sheldon, playing up to an 86. 97 speed, playing up. High press zone, man, another sick player. It's good to see more offensive linemen at the top of the draft, though, I'll say that. 83, 83, 82, but I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. 20-plus drafts. I think the highest we saw was an 86. A lot of, like, low to mid-80s. I'll say mostly low 80s, if you count 84 in mid-80s, which I guess it is. Saw quite a few of those as well. But the 85-plus, very rare. Not impossible to get, but they definitely don't come up very often. This actually might even be the highest-rated tight end we've seen. Leonard Bedell, only 84 speed. What's boosting his overall? Spectacular catch. Run blocking's pretty good. All right, but that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.